Before you judge me, just listen till the end, because sometimes silence says more than 1,000 words. That day, I didn't shout, I didn't argue. I just turned around and walked away. And that was the moment my entire relationship changed forever. My name's Daniel, I'm 33, and I thought I had the perfect marriage. My wife, Emily, and I had been together for 8 years. High school sweethearts who somehow made it through college, early jobs, and building a small life together. I wasn't rich, but I worked hard. I ran my own little repair business, and Emily was a school teacher. She was the kind of woman who could light up a room with her smile or break it apart with her silence. I trusted her with everything I had, until one ordinary evening shattered that trust completely. It was a Friday. I had closed the shop early to surprise Emily at her friend Samantha's house, where she said she'd be planning the school's charity event. I stopped by a bakery and bought her favorite cupcakes. I wanted to show up, hug her, and maybe take her out for dinner afterward. When I reached Samantha's house, the lights were on, and I could hear laughter inside. I walked toward the door and was about to knock when I heard Emily's voice. Clear, loud, and full of confidence. Samantha said, "So how are things with you and Daniel? You two still sound perfect." Emily laughed, that kind of laugh that cuts through you. Perfect, please. He's a good man, but he's just not exciting. Everything with him feels safe, predictable. Sometimes I wonder if I settled too soon. My heart dropped. I froze there, behind the door, holding that box of cupcakes that suddenly felt too heavy. Samantha asked, "But you love him, right?" Emily paused. "I care about him, yes, but love? I don't know. It's more like comfort. He's the kind of guy who will never leave, no matter what I say or do. He's safe." That word, safe, hit me harder than anything else. I stood there, still as stone, listening to my wife describe our marriage like a cage she'd outgrown. I could have stormed in, yelled, demanded answers. But instead, I took a deep breath, turned around, and quietly walked away. That silent walk to my truck was the longest walk of my life. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the keys. I drove home, parked in the driveway, and just sat there for hours, thinking. Every memory played in my head. All the times I fixed her car, stayed up late helping her with lesson plans, surprised her with flowers after bad days. None of it meant what I thought it did. I realized that in trying to give her peace, I'd become invisible. When she came home that night, she acted normal, smiling, humming, even kissed me on the cheek. I said nothing. Over the next few weeks, I didn't confront her. I just started pulling away quietly, emotionally first, then practically. I stopped asking how her day was, stopped fixing little things around the house, stopped being the safe man she took for granted. And she noticed. "Daniel, are you okay?" she asked one night. "I'm fine," I replied simply. She frowned. "You've been distant." I looked at her and said, "Maybe I'm just tired of being safe." Her face froze. For a moment, I thought she knew. Maybe Samantha had told her I'd stopped by, but she said nothing. 2 months later, I told her I'd gotten a contract offer in another city, 3 hours away. It was true, but I hadn't planned to take it until that night behind the door. I said, "It's a great opportunity. I think I'm going to move." She looked shocked. "What about us?" I smiled faintly. "I thought I was just comfortable to you. I don't want to be that anymore." Tears filled her eyes. "Daniel, that's not what I meant," but I stopped her. "I know exactly what you meant. You didn't know I was behind you when you said it, but now I do. And that's enough." I moved out 2 weeks later. She called, texted, begged to meet. I didn't reply. 6 months passed before I saw her again. She came to my shop, looking thinner, quieter. She said, "I didn't realize what I had until I lost it." I nodded and said softly, "Sometimes we realize too late that safe doesn't mean boring. It means someone who truly cares." Then I turned back to my work. She stood there for a moment, eyes full of regret, before walking away, the same way I had that night. Now, every time I fix something broken, I think about how I couldn't fix that one thing that mattered most. But maybe some things aren't meant to be repaired. Sometimes silence and walking away are the only ways to say, enough. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.